to another video. Today I'm filming a what's on my iPhone. You guys seem to really like them. I haven't really done a what's on my iPhone in a long time. Also, I got a new case. So this case is from Cases by Natalie. I literally love this case. Not to mention it's also super affordable, only $10 guys. Anyways, we're gonna get straight on into filming. We're gonna ignore my iPhone battery right now. First thing you see when you open my phone is my lock screen, obviously. I change my lock screen probably like once every 2 days. I'm very indecisive and I get tired of it, but yeah, that's my lock screen. And then you open my phone. It's not super fancy. I don't have the little app covers or anything. I just think that's kind of a lot of work. Also, I do have the little like picture that you see on the corners, and that is just the Pinterest widget. It goes according to your board, so I chose a board that I wanted that little widget to be, and it changes the picture every hour, which I just love. The first app I have is my calendar app. Yeah, then I have my Photos app. Yeah, you can see my screenshot of the wallpaper I just put on my phone. I need to go on a little cleanse for my photos. I just take so many random screenshots that it builds up a bunch. I used to be super good at cleaning out my photos. Like, I would only have the ones that I really needed. And comment down below, how many pictures do you have in your Photos app? I'm very interested. I think the most I've seen is like 30,000, maybe more. So comment down below. Next, I have the editing folder. Honestly, I rarely use these apps, but I have Fonto, which I'll use sometimes, but if I do use Fonto, I use it on my iPad. And I have Visco, which I use sometimes, not really lately, but I used to use it a bunch. And then we have the Marco Polo app. I use this to communicate with my long distance friend. I have Skype, also to communicate with my long distance friend. Then I have Clips, which honestly, I don't really know why I have it. I think some of these apps, I just have to fill in the little square. It bothers me if I have like just an unfilled square, so I think I just keep these apps. It kind of bothers me now, so I'm gonna delete it right now. Then I have Canva. Then I have Unfold, which is like for Instagram stories. It makes the stories look like really cool and fancy. I've only used this like a couple times, but I think it's pretty cool and I might use it more in the future. And then we have Disney Plus. I used to be logged in, but right now I'm not logged into Disney Plus, so I don't really use it that much. Next, I have this old folder called Useful. I really know why I do know why it's called that. I have FaceTime app, which is pretty useful. I have Find My, I thought it was called Find My Friends. Google Maps, Notes. I love the Notes app. I just kind of put really random stuff there, but I have a lot of notes. It's pretty helpful. Then I have Capital One, which is for my money stuff. Then I have Reminders app. I'll use it occasionally for like to-do lists like I have on here, and some other reminders and stuff. Then I have the App Store. Leap Second, which I used last year in 2020. I got logged out. It's kind of sad. Basically records 1 second each day for a whole year. And this year I just kind of stopped doing it. And also I got logged out, which is kind of sad, but I don't know if I still have the 2020 video. I really hope I do. But then I have Google Docs app. Rarely used, but I just keep it because I don't know, I just keep it. Then I have my social folder. I really don't know why it's typed out like that, but I have all my social apps there. I have YouTube, obviously, filming a YouTube video right now. Then I have YouTube Studio, which also just tells me the analytics behind my YouTube videos. I have Google Mail, which I use for like business mail and design email. And then I have this Business Suite app, which is for like Facebook pages that I manage. And then I have YouTube Tracker, which also haven't used in a while. I used to use it to like track my monetization, but now that I monetize, I don't really check it that often because I can just check my subscribers on the YouTube Studio app. Then I have MailChimp, which that is for my email club. So I have it like a little email club thing, and I just send out weekly emails with wallpapers, updates, and really fun stuff. So that just kind of like I can send emails through there, check analytics. And then I have the Pinterest app. I love Pinterest. It's such a fun, positive place, and it gets me super inspired for a lot of things. So you guys can also follow me on there. It's just super fun app. I love Pinterest. And I have Planoly, I don't really know how it's pronounced, but that just helps me plan out my Instagram posts if I want to know how a specific color or post is gonna look on my feed, and I can like rearrange it and stuff. So that's a really helpful app. Sell on Etsy, which I use for my Etsy shop. I have an Etsy shop that I only sell like digital products on, like my Procreate brushes and stuff. So I use that to also track the analytics and check my sales and things like that. Instagram. It's covered in a little time thingy because I personally set the time limit. Sometimes I don't realize how much time I'm really really spending on it. So I put the little time limit thing, which, let's be honest, a lot of the times I just hit ignore limit, which is what I'm doing right now. But Instagram is a really fun place as well. Sometimes it is hard when you get like distracted by it. That's become one of my biggest time management problems. But it's also a really fun app. I've gotten to discover a whole new audience, open my shop, do a lot of really fun things. So you can also follow me on there at Ximena Designs. Next app I have is the camera app. But yeah, that's like my setup right now. Then I have the Bible app. I use the Bible app pretty daily. I love the Bible app because there's like verse of the day. I have a bunch of plans. It's just a really good app and very nice to have the Bible handy and in my pocket. Next, I have a games folder. I used to just have like 3 games, but a few weeks ago I was really bored in the car and I downloaded a bunch of games. But I have a Stickman hook. Honestly, I don't really play it that much, but I got it in like 2018 and I'm literally on level like, okay, it's taking a long time to 1,700, so I don't want to delete it because that's a lot of levels, you know. But next I have 2048. This is actually a super fun app that I do like in my free time, but you just kind of connect the blocks to equal bigger numbers and it's super satisfying and kind of addicting. So next I have Firehouse Subs. I had an empty spot in that folder. I put that app in that folder and now it's a game apparently. Not really, but I just order subs on there occasionally, I guess. Then I have Blob Runner, also a really fun game. I have Google Hangouts, which I use to communicate with a Bible study that I'm a part of. I have Among Us. I haven't played it since like October when it was like super popular, but sometimes I play it like when our cousins come and we're like super bored. And I have Where's My Water, which I downloaded a couple months ago just because I wanted to relive the nostalgia. I used to play this game a bunch when I was like 8 years old. Dancing Line, also a really fun game. Temple Run, also I used to play it a bunch when I was little. Next I have an other folder, which is just a bunch of other apps. News app, tips app, podcast app. I listen to podcasts a ton. I think I listen to podcasts more than I listen to music. I have an American Eagle app, which I don't use really. Spotify, I'll use it sometimes if there's like a specific podcast or song that's not on Apple Music. Books, don't really use. I prefer physical books. Adobe Scan, scanner app, and then I have these Google Forms that I use for like my shopping stuff. It's actually a website, but I saved it to my home screen so I check it easier. So that's all in that folder. Then I have Flora, which is also a really cool app. It helps a lot with like time management and stuff, but you can set like little focus timers, and while the timer is running, you have a little tree that's growing, and it's honestly a pretty cool app because it helps you like stay focused. And if you get on your phone or get out of the app, it like kills the tree, so it's pretty motivating. So I use that a lot when I'm in school. Next, I have the Apple Music app, which is where I listen to all my music. Then I have my mail, which I use a lot for like, promotional emails, like the emails that you use to sign up when you're on a website and you're like, oh, sign up for our emails and get 10% off. And I'm like, oh, yay. And then I end up not buying anything. This is what this email is for, just like a personal email. And so that's all for that screen. And I also have a little color widget thing, which is kind of obvious. I don't know why I have to explain it, but it just tells me the time. It's an app and you can customize it. You've probably heard of it. And then on the next screen, I have the Bible app. I have the little Bible image, so each day there's a different verse of the day and it changes. So the first folder I have on here is just extra apps. I have GroupMe, which I use for like school, translate languages, Google Calendar, don't really use, but I have it just in case. Etsy app, I love shopping on Etsy, like from other small businesses. Then I have Depop, which I use sometimes. I think I have some things on Depop, or I don't know if they already expired, but I'm logged out, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Then I have Camera Connect, which I use for my camera if I want to connect the photos and videos on my phone. Starbucks app, I'll use it sometimes to get Starbucks, which I haven't used it in a long time, but I have it just in case to collect the points. Then I have a Tiny Decisions app, which is just like a little wheel thing. A Focus app, which is also kind of like the Flora app, but I haven't used it in a really long time. Extra number 2, I'm gonna kind of run through these because I don't really use these apps that much and they're kind of self-explanatory. Calculator, Alarmy, super annoying and really loud, so it's very helpful. Shortcuts app, PayPal, Contacts, Clock, Weather Channel Settings, Milkshake, which I use for like Instagram, link in bio stuff. There's like a little link you can put in your bio, and instead of going to one platform like my YouTube channel, I can put a bunch of links there like YouTube, my website, my shop. So this is super helpful and I love how aesthetic and customizable it is. Next, we have voice memos, iTunes Store, wallet, compass, Apple Store files, Venmo, and Cash App. Pretty boring, self-explanatory apps. Next, I have health. I have the Apple Watch app connects to it. The fitness app also connects to it. It just tracks my fitness. Health app, and then I have Zen Planner, which I use for my gym to like sign in. Smoothie King. I've spent literally so much money on smoothies. It's kind of unhealthy, but I love going to Smoothie King and getting a smoothie after I work out. Then I have this Blogilates app, which I barely use, but I just think it's a really cool app if I ever do need it. It's just like a little workout app. I used to work out with Blogilates on YouTube, so I just downloaded her app to like kind of support her, and it has some really cool workouts, so I definitely recommend it. Photomath, I use it for help on school. Flow app, it just tracks cycles and it's really helpful app. Drink water reminder. Okay, so my camera kind of died. I kind of charged it for like 3 minutes, so we're just gonna finish the video and hopefully it doesn't die before I finish it. So, where was I? I love the drink water reminder app because you can set like how much water you want to drink each day and how much your water bottle holds, and it will like remind you, like I'll get it on my watch, hey, it's time to drink water, and it's super helpful. I think that's all, yeah, that's all I have in my health folder. Next up, I have my church folder, which I just kind of named it church because I have some apps that I use for my church. It just also has some other random apps in it. But I have the services app, which I use to like when I volunteer for positions at my church. And then I have my church app. I have a Dropbox app, which I use to like share documents and photos with other people. It's a super helpful app. And then I have Buffer, which I use to like schedule posts for our church and things like that. I have this print app, which is also to connect to the printer at my church. I guess there's a reason I named it church. Then I have Zoom. I used to use it occasionally last year. Next, I have Lightroom, which is one of my favorite apps for like editing pictures, and it's just a super helpful app. Like literally, here's a picture I edited, and I didn't even use like a preset or anything. It's just super easy to turn a photo into what you want. So like here's the before and then after. It's super fun and easy to edit, and you can buy like presets for it. Then I have the color widgets app, which is what I use for this little widgets thing up here. Then I have another little Pinterest square that changes every hour. Then here at the bottom, the last few apps, I have Safari app, the messaging app, then I have the weather app, and finally I have the phone app. Those are all my apps for today. Make sure to check out Cases by Natalie and my shop. And that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!